Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bommer CL4010-6-603. The CL stands for the fact that this is a ball tip hinge. The 4010 is representative of the fact that this is a single acting spring hinge. The 6 is a reference to the size, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. 603 means that it is in the steel base with a zinc plated finish, and that is a nice corrosion resistant sort of finish. You would use it for an application as such, or if you were looking for a chrome color, this would certainly be in that family as well. The ball tips make it relatively less common, but you do see these all the time. These not all the time, but you do see these hinges with a ball tip on them. Where I see these all the time is New York City, and sure enough, where these are being shipped to is going to New York City. For some reason, Bommer must have had significant penetration several decades ago when buildings were being built, because every time someone buys these, it's going to New York City for some reason. And they're buying it because they're replacing existing hinges that are quite surely decades and decades old. Okay, so the 6-inch is a reference to the size, and there's a link below this video to both the template and the instructions, but let's talk about the template first. The 6-inch is reference to the height of the leaf of the hinge. Okay, the leaf height is 6 inches, you can see. However, the size that you order is actually, the height of the leaf is less important. What really defines the importance is how it pertains to what you order is the door thickness. A 6-inch is the proper size to order for an 1 3/4 door. That's the right size to order. If you have need for a hinge for a different thickness of door, reach out to us and we'll help you select those. There's a guide below this video to how many hinges and the door size you would need based on your application. So first of all, we're dealing with, if you're dealing with a 125-pound door up to 3 foot wide, okay, you're going to be dealing with 2 of these spring hinges. If you're getting up to a 155-pound door or up, wider door to 4 foot, you'd want 3 spring hinges. I'm a fan of all spring hinges, and the reasoning is because generally, and especially these hinges, you'll have one mounted top, center, and bottom, where in a new installation you'd put 2 spring hinges at the top, because disproportionately the amount of work that is being done in the opening to close the door is that very top hinge. I have found when I've got a smaller quantity of spring hinges than I would otherwise like to have installed, I have to really set the tension, and we'll go over that in a moment. Really set the tension very high to get enough energy into the door, enough inertia to get that door to swing closed. Crank the springs up so hard to get the door to swing closed that you really get a situation where it starts to slam, because those springs will fatigue in their ability to close the door in the last few degrees. And I have found that when you've got the more aggressive quantity of spring hinges installed, that you'll have enough torque, so to speak, in the installation to get the door to close consistently, close without slamming, and close more controlled, in a sense that you're going to overcome the friction of the latch bolt as the door closes, okay, without it bouncing back open. There's a link below this video to the instructions. The instructions are included, okay, with your installation. They are dreadfully simple. The bottom line is the tension collar should always be installed to the top of the door. You're going to get a tension rod. It's nothing other than a piece of steel. You'll insert it into one of these holes, and you're going to rotate your tension collar clockwise. And when you do that, you reveal new holes, as you can see. And into one of those new holes, you're going to insert a tension pin, which are included. And Bommer typically includes more tension pins than you really need. And this will work for either left-hand doors or for right-hand doors. Okay, but always mount the tension collar up, always rotate it clockwise, and you're always going to be in good shape at that point. Available in different finishes as we before we wrap it up here. Available in different heights for different door thicknesses as well. The CL again is the ball tip version. If you remove that from the part number, it would be the same hinge without the ball tip. Okay. The last thing I'd like to point out is you can see the Bommer logo on the hinge leaf there, and right above it it says Made in USA, a fact that I'm proud of, as is Bommer, quite proud of to stamp on their hinge. If you have any questions on the Bommer CL4010-6-603 single acting spring hinge with ball tips and a zinc coated finish, or any other Bommer product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.